a bá sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ààfin a gbọ́dọ̀ máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa wípé ọmọ òrìṣà tàbí ẹni tí òrìṣà yàn láàyò ní ààfin jẹ́.
I have 6 children and 4 of them are people with albinism.
Ní ọdún 1993 tí mo padà wá sí ìlú Nàìjíríà nílùú Èkó, so ibẹ̀ mo ti wá rí àrídájú pé ìyàtọ̀ wà láàrin àwọn aláwọ̀ funfun báyìí pẹ̀lú àwọn ènìyàn aláwọ̀ dúdú tí àwọn èèyàn ń pè ní ààfin.
Oríṣi ààfin mẹ́ta ló wà.
God, where did I see this one from? How did this baby come out of my body?
I've never really experienced any body born with albinism in my family.
Is that Albino that I gave birth to?
I am married. I have a beautiful wife. And regarding when it comes to courting or dating, it was not a problem for me, actually. My childhood experience growing up as a person with albinism was really interesting to me, actually. I did not quickly know that I'm a person with albinism because I'm a twin. So my twin brother is black. So I believe that everybody has the same color. But when I got to age 5, then I begin to realize that my skin color is different from everybody in the family.
Growing up as a person with albinism in my family, there was no stress because they already have idea about persons with albinism because I was not the first child with albinism. My elder sister is a person with albinism, so it wasn't stressful growing up with my family.
Gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwa Yorùbá ṣe ní ìgbàgbọ́, ààfin jẹ́ àwọn ẹ̀yà tí Ọlọ́run dá ní ọ̀tọ̀. Tí a bá máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ààfin, àkọ́kọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Ọbàtálá, Ọbàtánṣà tí àwọn kan ń pè ní Òrìṣàlá.
My experiences as a person with albinism, specifically within my family, I can define it, or I can say it is a wonderful experience that every albinism or every child with albinism should experience. My family were a very strong supportive pillar because I didn't experience any issue of segregation or discrimination. That is within my immediate family.
Wọ́n bí mi sílẹ̀ yìí, so ìgbà tí àwọn òbí mi méjèèjì, bàbá àti ìyá, wọ́n lọ sí ìdálẹ̀ tí a ń pè ní ìlú tá ń pè ní Gabon. So ibẹ̀ lọ́n bí mi sí, ibẹ̀ mo ń ṣe kékeré. So láti gbà yẹn mi dẹ̀ rí bí a ìkórìíra nípa bí ọ̀rọ̀ bí eléyìí èyàn ọ̀tọ̀ lélẹ́yìí o, àbí ẹnìkan bí àwòrán ẹ̀ orí bákan sí àwọn ti aráàlú. So èmi ò ní òye yẹn nígbà tí mo wà kékeré. So gbogbo wa wọ́n kọ́ ọmọ olùbọ́, wọ́n kó gbogbo amọ́ra, àfìfẹ́ ń bára wa lò pọ̀.
Nítorí pé ààfin tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa yìí kì í ṣe ilẹ̀ Yorùbá nìkan l'ààfin wà o. Tá a bá dọ́dọ̀ àwọn aláwọ̀ funfun, tá a bá dọ́dọ̀ àwọn aláwọ̀ pupa, gbogbo wọn náà ní ààfin nínú. tẹ́ bá rí àwọn òyìnbó aláwọ̀ funfun tá à ń sọ yẹn máa rí àwọn ààfin wọn tójú wọn tún máa yàtọ̀ sí ojú àwọn tó jẹ́ òyìnbó aláwọ̀ funfun.
When I was growing up in my family, nobody in my village, nobody have ever seen me as a different person. So it was when I came to Lagos that I now begin to feel that I'm different too. It gave me a lot of thoughts. I began to think, why are these people behaving this way? So why didn't they do like that when I was in the village?
While growing up, I didn't even feel that I'm different though, but it got to some stage that when I go out, I discover some changes. Like people will be calling me Afin, like all those names. So sometimes I just feel like I'm different and it's not anybody's fault.
If I go out, everybody will be like, look at this fine girl, this albino without spots, stuff like that. I always praise my beauty. Why some will be like, can this girl even see? But the positive impact is more than the negative impact.
I've never really experienced anybody born with albinism in my family. At first, it looked strange because I was with my wife at that labor room when it happens, and seeing the head coming out looking good. I was what? But at first it was a shock, it was a surprise. But later on, I realized it was a blessing from God.
When the baby was coming out, when the doctor saw the baby head, the doctor was like, is your husband an albino or an American man? I said no. I just asked him what happened. He said no, don't worry, don't worry. Then unfortunately, when the baby come out of me, the guy just was like, is that albino that I gave birth to?
Kì í ṣe wípé nítorí pé bóyá èèyàn ṣẹ̀, nítorí àwọn kan máa ń sọ wípé ẹni tó bá ti jẹ ìwọ̀ òrìṣà òun ni ó máa ń bá fín. Ẹni ìgbà tó bá bá obìnrin sùn lọ́sàn-án, tí ọkùnrin àti obìnrin tó bá ní àjọṣepọ̀ tó bá jẹ́ lọ́sàn-án tí wọ́n bá tọ́ná, òun ni wọ́n máa ń bí àfín. Rárá o, kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ rárá. Bó ti ṣe rí ni wípé ìṣẹ̀dá wa, oníkálukú wa la wá láti ibi tí orí ti ṣẹ̀dá wa, tí a dẹ̀ bá irúnmọlẹ̀ kan ní àdéhùn.
When I noticed that I'm a different person is the time I left my family. That was when I was at age of 10. I left my home to come and stay with my aunt. That's my dad's sister. So that was when I came to Lagos many years ago. That's 2001. So when I arrived Lagos, the following day, many people gathered and be watching and be looking at me. Some children were singing Afin Ojeyo or Oyibo Pepe. I was like, I don't understand. I started questioning my auntie and said, why are these people singing for me? Why are they shouting Oyibo Pepe? What is the meaning of Oyibo Pepe?
I'd always have an idea of my difference right from childhood, because my parents had already made my difference. My difference in skin color had made it known to me, and I grew up in a very interactive community where a lot of people sees you, and a lot of people in the community make you aware of your difference.
Age 5 to 7, I noticed that I was different, and that really affects my identity. Despite my family accepted who I am, I was never rejected, but I still feel like there's this sense of belonging that I did not feel from them.
Oríṣi àfín mẹ́ta ló wà. Àkọ́kọ́ yẹn ni à ń pè ní àbọ̀n. Àwọn àfín yìí ni ẹ máa rí irun orí wọn ó máa pupa. Àbọ̀n láwọn Yorùbá máa ń pè. Wọ́n lábọ̀n ni àfín ni, ṣùgbọ́n àbọ̀n lòun. Àbọ̀n lòun. Àfín àkọ́kọ́ nìyẹn. Àfín kan wà tá a máa ń pè ní àfín olóṣùn. Àfín olóṣùn yẹn ẹ máa rí wọn, wọ́n yàtọ̀ sí àbọ̀n yẹn náà o, ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n fara pẹ́ ara. Àfín làwọn náà, ṣùgbọ́n àwọn ṣe lára wọn máa sú ìyàtọ̀ wà láàrin funfun àti pupa àti irun orí wọn pupa ló máa jẹ́, ara wọn pupa ló máa jẹ́, àfin sì ni wọn, àfin olóṣùn làwọn yẹn. Àwọn kan wá tá à ń pè ní àfin funfun, àwọn yẹn ní gbogbo àwọn èèyàn mọ̀ púpọ̀ jù. Àfin àwọn yẹn ni wọ́n máa pupa délẹ̀ ni, wọ́n máa funfun délẹ̀ ni, láti irun orí wọn títí dé èékánná ẹsẹ̀ wọn. Tẹ́ bá wo ojú wọn báyìí ó máa mì yóró 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 yóró. Àfin funfun nìyẹn.
Remember there was an event we went to while the child was still small and in the village, and I overheard some women making, that's from the extended family, discussing among them, what kind of child is this? This one has never been happened in our own family before. They were said, I pretended as if I did not hear initially. And they said this to the extent that they have to come to my own presence and said it.
Kò sí pé bóyá mo bí àfin pé nítorí pé wọ́n bí àfin pé ń ṣe ni ẹni yẹn jẹ́ ó jẹ́ èèwọ̀ tàbí ó hùwà tí ó yẹ kó ṣe rárá kò ní ṣe. Kò sí nǹkan tó jọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Kò sígbà tí àìmọye nísìnyí pàápàá ẹ lọ wo púpọ̀ jù àwọn èèyàn. Ẹlòmíì gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tó ń bí gan tó ń ní àjọṣepọ̀ ìgbà tí bàbá ò dúró nílé ní tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ security tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ìyàwó ẹ̀ wà nílé tó bá dé náà ló máa bá ìyàwó ẹ̀ sùn. Ìbá àjọsán ìbá jẹ́ nígbà tó ní dúró lé ní òru, ìgbà tó bá dé tó bá sùn tó bá jí ó lè jọsán ló máa bọ́ sí tó máa bá ìyàwó ẹ̀ sùn, wọn ò dẹ̀ nítorí ẹ̀kan bá fi. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà dẹ̀ ni a máa dáhùn tó jẹ́ pé òru ló ń bára wọn sùn tó jẹ́ pé àfin nìkan ni wọ́n máa bí jọ.
The girl was so fine that anywhere I go to, everybody want to touch her, want to carry her. People was even thinking she's a teddy bear. They were thinking she's a toy because some people did not even believe she's a child. Sometimes God, we used to win money. If we tell people that she's a child, maybe she's sleeping and we'll carry her, they'll be like, no, she's not. Is this a baby? Why will you carry a teddy and be walking up and down in the streets? We'll be like, she's not a teddy. They'll be like, she's a teddy. She's not a teddy. Until when they tap her and she breathes or she shakes or because she barb her hair like Abbas. I barb her Gorimakpa and stuff like that. So people were thinking she's a teddy bear.
Most major difficulty is my vision, and I usually sat in the front, but I still had difficulties with seeing the board.
Many times if I write notes finish, my teacher's red pen is mostly there because of like spelling errors and stuff like that.
A ní ìdojúkọ láàrin ọ̀rẹ́, ìdojúkọ láàrin ẹbí, ìdojúkọ láàrin àdúgbò tí a ń pè ní community. Even pàápàá jùlọ ní ibi tí a ti ń ṣiṣẹ́. Èmi ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìdojúkọ, ṣùgbọ́n èmi ni mi ò gbà fún wọn.
The difficulties I faced was that I can't see the board clearly. Like, even though I'm at the front, I can't even see the board clearly. And sometimes I have to like hold notes. Like, there's a lot of notes to write and there's a lot of notes to get marked, but my notes are not always marked. And some students, they don't even borrow their notes. They will not give you. Even if you beg them, they won't give you. At some point, I have to be using my money for food to beg them to give me notes.
I had friends who sometimes they used my skin color as a means to like insult me. For example, I remember those days when I played ball, like within our school surrounding, inside our classes, when I play ball and maybe I missed a shot or I didn't score a goal, they'll say, oh, you can't see well. And I remember those days, those were some of my difficulties I faced in school.
I find it difficult to copy notes from the board, and it was dragging me backward. I would go and borrow notes from my friends, and I found out that I can't continue that way. So one day I summoned courage to go and meet my class teacher and said, please give me notes ahead of time. Let me copy them. When it's time for the student to write, I will be the one writing for them on the board. That was the step I took.
The difficulties I face in school, I would say I experienced the good, the bad, and the ugly.
And some people don't associate with me. They feel like as if they are friends with me, they are going to give birth to an albino or something, or they will be cursed.
I face a lot of challenges in school generally, but and there are sometimes that there are some teachers that are actually very nice towards me, that understand my condition.
And also from the place we live, at times it's very annoying when going out with them and you see children running around the street coming after us. Afi, Afi, we are singing different songs. It's so annoying initially, but later on I got used to it.
I have experienced stigma as a person with albinism because I know it's because of lack of knowledge. People don't know much about us. While growing up, especially when I finished my secondary school, I went to search for a job. When I finished my secondary school, I was told face to face that I can't give you this job because of your color. I was now asking why. The person said, I heard that your type, they can't do anything.
I've been called names that are discriminative. I've been called names that are demonic, actually.
But I tried to convince the person refused to give me the job. Well, it really motivated me to go into my own personal business, to become an entrepreneur, so that whereby I can employ those that refuse to employ me.
I remember when I finished school and I tried to apply for a job. So the discrimination I faced in that area was out of it. In fact, at a point I was thinking of committing suicide.
Mi rí ara mi ní àwòrán ènìyàn. Bí mo ṣe rí àwọn èèyàn tí mo mọ̀ pé èèyàn làwọn léyìí, bí àwọn tó ní àwòrán ẹ̀yà dúdú, bí wọ́n ṣe rí àwọn pé èèyàn ni àwọn náà, èmi náà rí ara mi pé èèyàn ni èmi náà. So mi ò gbà kí ẹnìkankan àbí anybody kí wọ́n fojú pa mí rẹ́, àbí kí wọ́n máa kọ́yàn mi jẹ, àbí kí wọ́n rí mi ní àwòrán ẹ̀dá bí àmì kì í ṣe èèyàn ṣá.
Yes, I faced a lot of discrimination almost every day. I've been called names like Ogunwowo, Osha.
That's why I usually find it difficult. Most things I'm supposed to send them, I would rather go myself. Because I've seen boys run each time we pass through the city, I say, this is money ritual. This is So I now feel unsafe leaving them to walk on the street, particularly when it's getting dark.
Nínú ìgbàgbọ́ tiwa àti ìrírí àti àwọn ibi tí a rìn sí, mi ò mọ oògùn tí wọ́n fi àfín ṣe o, pàápàá odindi èèyàn pàápàá. Àwọn ẹlòmíín lè mọ̀ ibi tí èèyàn bá ríran dé, tó bá rìn dé ló máa nímọ̀ dé. Ṣùgbọ́n èmi ò tí ì kọ́, mi ò sì rí nínú ègbè tó sọ pé àfín la máa pa fọ́ṣẹ yẹn o, tàbí èèyàn la máa pa fún o.
So àwọn èèyàn máa ń fi pé bí àwọn tí a jẹ́ àfín báyìí pé a lè ṣiṣẹ́, àbí a ní agbára, àbí a ní okun. Pàápàá jùlọ àwọn míì máa sọ pé bí a ríran, gbogbo yẹn kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Ó yẹ kí wọ́n rí àwọn akọni wa pé bí àwọn ṣe wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àwọn náà ṣe wà, pé kò sí ìyàtọ̀. Lẹ́yìn àwọ̀ ara nìkan ni ìyàtọ̀ tó wà láàrin wa àti àwọn. Kò sí ohun tí àwọn èèyàn dúdú tí wọ́n máa ṣe tí ó jẹ́ pé àwa tí a jẹ́ àfín náà tí a lè ṣe.
Yes, truly sensitivity to sun and low vision affects my day-to-day activities. So for example now, I can't do any jobs or anything that has to do with being in the sun. I try as much as possible to avoid the sun. And if it is necessary for me to be in the sun, I would be on sunscreen.
I'm a very good fan of football. And I remember there was a time where they came up with this football competition and I wanted to play and represent the school. But because of the sun, I could not meet up with that competition, and I had to forfeit that dream or that wish to play. So, and I also think there are several other times where I wanted to engage in certain activities, but the sensitivity to the sun and visual impaired or the slight vision impairedness had made me forfeit those wishes.
Since I joined the Albinism Association of Nigeria Lagos chapter, at least I can speak boldly because I have a very strong backup. So when I counter challenges, I have a spoken man at back. That is my chairman, and my chairman, he's always there bringing people to talk to us, bringing support from every angle, both in health issue, talk show. So I must say that I am getting the desired support from my association.
I just have to thank God for the association they belong to, and the Lagos State government through LASODA program and all that. Because personally, with little haste they give to them, providing skincare, that's the sun cream and other assistance like that. If not, purchasing the sun cream, because initially I don't know about the association, but later along the line, someone, I think when I had my last born, many years after, someone informed me about the association, and so we joined to get more information and how to raise them.
Tàbá wà lórí ẹ̀rọ ayárabíàṣá, àwa tá a jẹ́ ẹlẹ́sìn ìbílẹ̀ fúnra wa, a lè ṣe é tàbí kó pẹ̀lú tá a máa sọ nígbà gbogbo. Ẹ jẹ́ kí ẹni tó bá ní àfi tó jẹ́ ọmọ ńlé, ẹ jẹ́ kó rìn freely, ẹ fọkàn yín balẹ̀, ẹ fi àwọn ẹni yẹn fi wọ́n lọ́kàn balẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ kó rìn ní àsìkò tó yẹ kó rìn. Kì í ṣàfihàn nìkan làwọn èèyàn tó ń pààyàn káàkiri nìkan náà ń jí gbé, wọ́n ń jí ẹni míì tí gan tí ì ṣàfihàn, wọ́n ń jí gbé. Ẹ fún wọn ní ààyè tó àwọn olóyìnbó ń pè ní freedom, ẹ jẹ́ kó rìn ní ẹsẹ̀ wọn. Lóòótọ́ a máa ń gbọ́ kì í ṣàfihàn nìkan, àwọn kan náà ń wá abuké káàkiri. Ṣé ohun tí mò ń sọ ti yé? Wọ́n á máa wá abuké kan wà ládùúgbò wa, kò ń rìn lọ alẹ́ bírú wọ́n ṣe sọ tàfíì, òun náà bá ṣe ń gbọ́ náà wá ní wọ́n fi wọ́n ṣòwò ni. Àtàbùké àtàfíì yìí ọmọ òrìṣà làwọn méjèèjì, àti rárá àtàrọ, gbogbo àwọn ní tí òrìṣà dá lọ́tọ̀ ni. Nípa ìdí èyí ń tà lè ṣe ni pé gbogbo tó bá ti wà ní lórí ẹ̀rọ ayárabíàṣá, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa sọ kó pẹ̀lú níta máa gbé lárugẹ, pé ẹ jẹ́ ká fún àwọn ẹni yìí ní ààyè, kí báwọn tó jẹ́ òbí wọn sọ̀rọ̀, kí wọ́n fún wọn láàyè láti rìn ní àsìkò tó tọ́, àti wípé kí a máa ṣe polongo fífi ènìyàn rúbọ, pípààyàn bọ́ṣẹ́, pípààyàn fún nǹkan míì kó dópin.
Nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ kí àwọn aráàlú kí ó ṣe, àti fún orílẹ̀-èdè ìlú pé kí ó ṣe fún àwa àtẹ́jẹ́ àwọn ẹ̀yà funfun báyìí ní ìlú Nàìjíríà tí a wà yìí. Mo fẹ́ kí wọ́n rí wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí ènìyàn, kí wọ́n gbà wá gẹ́gẹ́ bí pé ẹ̀yà ìkan náà ní gbogbo wa.
The number one support system that I can recommend even as to another person with albinism looking at this documentary is that the association has helped me so much. I remember when I was very young and I was still trying to find myself as a person with albinism, because I initially thought that I'm the only albinism in the world. We were because I was finding the urge to be in a society, and the discrimination that I face in the society really affected my confidence. So I don't talk in public, I'm always shy, I'm always indoors. Apart from the friends I have, I try as much as possible to avoid confrontations or relationship with any other person. So I was desperate at a point in my life to have a society or to have a friend that is a person with albinism like me. So I remember the day I found out about the Albinism Association. That was back in 2008. It was really a life-changing for me. That day I did not want the day to end, because we had the program, we had a big program then, an event. So that was the very first day I know the association. I joined as a member and I was full of joy. So, and the association have built up my confidence. I'm also one of the leaders of the association. So yes, the association is like a medicine for me, and it has really helped me so well.
Changes I would like to see for people with albinism is just like I will always say credit Mystic Glam Company. They took it in an extraordinary way. That was last year, 13th of September. They hosted a pageantry. That's a model. You know, everybody know that when they are talking about model, it's your shape, your this and that. But them, they went extra mile to present persons with albinism. They didn't take the pageantry the way they normally used to do it. But this time around, they focused on persons with albinism, showcase your talent. And this has given the world a grand light to know more about people with albinism. Like in my DM, people comes to my DM to say, I never knew people with albinism have this kind of talent. So we still want more people to take this bold step. And after everything, after the pageantry, I came out as the first. I was crowned the queen. And I just want this to continue. Let it not just stop. And let more people also put a push for other people to know that persons with albinism exist. What people see about albinism outside is not what we are. That there are many more things we acquire, there are many more things we carry, which can make the world shine also.